Hi ladies. All right, let's talk about brows. They are like an essential add-on for me because it's so simple to do and it just completes your look. So if you take a look at my face right now, you can see that maybe this side just looks a little bit more defined, a little bit more shadowed, some depth to it. That's because I did this eyebrow already, okay? And you can see, especially when I get up close and personal here, like you can see it's just a little bit more depth into my shadow. And then when you even take a step back, it just brings a little bit more like openness around my eye, something that we can do so easily with a few items that we already have, okay? So I wanna show you today some of my favorites, whether you're going to use a contour color to fill in your brows or maybe an eyeshadow color. The brow wax is amazing. This tool right here called the line brush, and then also our SEINT setting spray. So let me show you a couple of ways that you can do your eyebrows and why a few of these are gonna be essential to have in your compact. All right, first and foremost, I always take my line brush and that spoolie end first and brush through those brows. You wanna make sure that if there's any eyeshadow powders left in there, maybe you have some leftover cream or even makeup stuck in there, you wanna brush all that out, okay? And then it's gonna help you determine where those sparse areas are that you wanna fill in, okay? So for me personally, it's in this area here where I just wanna add a little bit more depth, a little fullness, and then sometimes up in this peak area. So there's a couple ways you can do this. Two really popular colors are either Trust or Oak when it comes to using an eyeshadow, okay? So how you do that is you take a little bit of your SEINT setting spray. I just like to put a little dollop on my hand here. And this lined edge, I'm gonna dip right on in. And let's say I wanted to use Trust. I'm just gonna come in here and pull a little bit of that color. So that setting spray is gonna help it stick into your brows versus if you were to only use an eyeshadow powder, it's gonna rub out. So the setting spray is gonna help it stay in there. So I put a little bit on there and let me just show you here how you can easily, okay? You can fill in your brows using your eyeshadow color and a little bit of that SEINT setting spray and the line brush, okay? So that's one technique that you can do. If you notice when I am on my hand here, I'm taking this brush and I'm doing these little flick-like motions, okay? So that's what's gonna give the appearance of natural looking brows. What I wanna show you is here I have my contour. Now, if you are using one of your contour colors to fill in your brows, you don't necessarily need your setting spray. Because it's a cream product, it's automatically gonna stick and stay right into those brows. So let's come in with my Cola contour. I'm going to dip my brush right on in and let me demonstrate right on my brow. So I'm going to, if you see, I have the pointed edge towards the bottom, and I'm just gonna start these little flick-like motions right into my brow wherever I want to fill it in. And notice I'm stopping or I'm even starting with that brush where I want that to end. But it's gonna give the most natural appearance by doing these little flick-like motions. Okay, and then over here where I wanna fill in a little bit more, I'm just gonna angle my brush so I can make those motions and fill in however I want. Okay, so that's step one, which essentially is gonna take you 30 seconds to do. You already have the products in here, so it's just making sure you have this line brush. But if you have unruly brows, maybe you have some they like to go all over the place, or maybe they don't like to stay put, I want you to think about your brow wax, okay? Just like all of our other products, it comes in a nice little tin so you can keep it in your compact. But what you're gonna do is you take your SEINT setting spray. Again, you're just gonna put a little dollop in there. The spoolie end here, we're gonna come and activate that wax by moving our brush around and using some of that setting spray. Okay, it's going to activate the wax. So now, before I come and like brush it out and make sure all that color is dispersed through my brow, I'm gonna have that extra hold. Now, if you are following the trends, okay, trends come and go, but if you like the trends where your brows are a little bit more fluffed up, you can definitely do that. Or if you don't like that appearance, you can just take your brush and just really just mat it down to wherever you like, okay? So now both brows are done. They're nice and full. They give a little bit more depth and appearance around my eyes, making me look a little bit more awake. And now with this brow wax, it's not gonna go anywhere. And you can see on this side here where I already have the brow wax in, it doesn't give that shiny appearance, but it just looks natural, keeping these brows in place all day long. So there you have it. The line brush, brow wax, and then either a couple eyeshadow colors or maybe even your contour, and then pairing it along with your setting spray, and your brows are set. And these products are gonna last you probably a good year, because as you could see, there's not much brow wax that we needed. In your SEINT setting spray, all you're using is just one little dollop to activate that or to use with your eyeshadow colors.